because you can take all of these passion projects to the next level, to be able to network with like-minded individuals and literally leave a positive impact on hundreds, if not thousands of people. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to the vlog. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Lakshta Kundal and I'm a current marine science undergrad in my third year at Stony Brook University. Back in 2019, so back in my sophomore year, I had the honor and pleasure of completing a very life-changing and incredible opportunity. You can probably tell by the title of this video, it is the Millennium Fellowship. What is the Millennium Fellowship? Great question. Millennium Fellowship is a semester-long program that's open to all undergraduate college students all across the globe. A really big component that I really should talk about here is the fact that students are asked to create social impact projects that specifically try to advance one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals set by the UN. And this is because this fellowship program is offered in partnership through the United Nations Academic Impact as well as the Millennium Campus Network. So you guys literally have a really golden opportunity here. If you're someone who is very passionate about serving your community, you're very passionate about social justice, social impact, because you can take all of these passion projects to the next level, to be able to network with like-minded individuals and literally leave a positive impact on hundreds, if not thousands of people. How cool is that? When I was doing the fellowship back in 2019, my project was serving to advance SDG number 14, which is life below water. So if you guys are interested in more specifics about my project and what I was trying to achieve through the project, I'm going to be dropping a link to my Millennium Fellowship profile page in the description box down below. So feel free to check that out if you are curious. So in my experience with doing the fellowship, I was able to work with, of course, other students here at Stony Brook. And not only was I serving as a Millennium Fellow, but I was also serving as a co-campus director. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about my personal experiences and all of this stuff a little more in depth, literally in the later half of this video, which is, I'm so glad I found this, my self-interview video that I recorded pretty much at the time of graduation when I was graduating from the fellowship.
From here.
Oh, hi! I'm so excited to be here. I think
Oh my God, it's
so
Jamila!
amazing. I'm such a big fan of the Millennium Fellowship, rather. It was such an honor to get to meet you guys. I think the work you do is just...
If you guys are interested in hearing more about my personal experiences, I basically explain how this experience has shaped me a lot, not only as an individual and as a student, but also as a leader. Because with the fellowship and everything that I was doing through the fellowship, I was basically being pushed to step out of my comfort zone and to really do things and take risks, of course, that I didn't think that I would be doing at all in my lifetime. I never really saw myself doing any of these things, especially in terms of really stepping into my own true confidence, being true to myself, being true to my values, and being able to serve my own community. So if you're looking to take part in this very life-changing opportunity, the round 1 application deadline is April 30th. I'm going to be dropping a link to the application as well as links to information about the fellowship itself down below in the description box. And just to be clear, this is going to be the application for the class of 2021 fellowship. Be sure you let your fellow college peeps know. Do let me know down below in the comments, or feel free to reach out to me on any of my socials. I'll have all the links in the description box. And without further ado, let's take a closer look into my own personal experience with the Millennium Fellowship. And this is my self-interview video. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into the questions. The first question says, what is the most beneficial change you saw in yourself personally thanks to the Millennium Fellowship experience? Now, I would say the biggest change that I saw in myself personally is really just being able to manage my time more effectively. So time management was a really big thing, and I think it's because I was working concurrently in the role of campus director and Millennium Fellow at the same time. So that really did leave me with a lot more responsibilities to manage, because one, I was looking over a team of fellows, so there was 11 of us SBU Millennium Fellows in total, and then being responsible for my own projects. So As a campus, we were all working on different individual projects, and all of them were advancing different SDGs. So there was just a lot on my plate that I had to deal with. And it really made me realize that the way that I was managing my time before wasn't so effective, and the way I was trying to plan for things, both in the short term and the long term, as well as just being able to stay organized and on top of things, it just wasn't working out well. So then having that realization and then being able to say, hey, this has to change, that was the biggest thing that has happened thanks to this experience. So for number 2, what concrete changes occurred in your student organization because of the fellowship? Now, I would say that in terms of being more aware of faculty and staff on campus, as well as the resources that us SBU students have access to, that's the biggest thing that we all were able to learn more about, and pretty much just be able to familiarize ourselves with it. Because before, I didn't realize how, for example, how accessible the Dean of Students really was for us students, that they could help us with a lot more things that I realized. And then being a part of the School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences here, because I am a coastal environmental studies major, so being part of that school, I didn't realize that there was a lot of faculty and staff that was also very passionate about my project. So when I sort of pitched out my project to them, I didn't expect to receive that level of support. For number 3, what are the 5 most important professional skills you developed thanks to the Millennium Fellowship experience? I would say in terms of professional skills, time management definitely is one of them. Biggest thing. Being able to lead a team, so my team management skills and also my leadership skills have definitely strengthened because of this experience. And just also being able to plan and organize more effectively, and be able to connect with and network with other people. I did see a lot of changes in my communication skills, both written and verbal. So I would say those are the most important professional skills that have really changed through my experience as a Millennium Fellow. Number 4, describe one challenge in your student group or community project, how you applied something you learned from the Millennium Fellowship to the challenging situation, and how you will approach future challenges as a result. So I think one challenge that us as fellows really encountered, considering that we all had different class schedules. Some of us had at least one part-time job going on and like other priorities and stuff, and there were a lot of times when we encountered that practically just like a few of us or none of us had any mutual availabilities. So when it came down to scheduling for the training sessions and scheduling for like other events that we had to hold, we really learned kind of early on in the fellowship that time is really of the essence, and especially for us having, like all of us having different schedules and everything, it was hard at times to accommodate for everybody, but we really did try our best to schedule these training sessions way in advance so we can better accommodate for those who couldn't come to a training session, or for those who just had like another conflict going on, etc. Kind of had a rude awakening in a way when it comes to planning things out, how to sort of do that in advance, and just be respectful of everybody's time is really what it is. So number 5, what were your career goals before the Millennium Fellowship experience, and what are your career goals now? Did anything change, and if so, how? I would say that my career goals really didn't change as much as I thought it would because of the fellowship. I mean, the end goal for me before being a Millennium Fellow was to someday start my own business and be an entrepreneur, and I think the fellowship really just strengthened the desire to pursue that goal even further. I still want to be an entrepreneur, I still want to have my own online business, and I'm still very passionate about the environment, and make me realize that, hey, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to work in a field where I can be like a social entrepreneur. I can work with people more directly because that's what I'm passionate about. So it really just strengthened that desire to pursue my goal of being an entrepreneur even more. Last question, number 6. For future students, what are some reasons, top 5 reasons a student should become a Millennium Fellow? Number one, right off the bat, I would say experience is definitely the first thing. Just to have that experience of working with like-minded individuals, part of a global community. Now, I realized that there was such a big emphasis on being globally aware and connecting with people from like all over the world in this fellowship, and there's not that many experiences like that right now for college students. And I think this fellowship does a very excellent job of giving students a platform where they can spread awareness regarding global issues and try to make an impact and a positive difference in the lives of many. So because it's so diverse, it's so unique, you get to connect with and network. Now this is third reason, get to connect and network with other individuals. That's really another plus, I would say, because there's only so much that one person can do on their own, but when you work with other people and you're really working in a team, you can accomplish so much more. And I guess in general, just being able to have the resources to make an impact in your own community, being able to grow as a person, become more knowledgeable about things, just have the chance to really work on an awesome project that's advancing a sustainable development goal. I think that's enough for a student to want to pursue an opportunity like this. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity. I am beyond grateful. Thank you, Team MCN, Sam, Noha, Kieran, all you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspired some of you. Be sure to give this a really big thumbs up. So let me know if you have any questions, what your thoughts are. And with all of that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you probably in my next video.